We have Patrick Omorodi on the line, the media officer of the Nigeria Basketball Federation. Let's see if we can get through to him. Hello, Patrick.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How is Abidjan?
Oh, it's quite cool. Weather is fine this morning.
Okay, what can you tell us about the D-Tigers? Pictures don't lie. What we saw on TV, they played well. But what news around camp? What can you tell us about the players, injury worries, or whatever the coaches are trying to do?
Yes, as at this moment, you have only one injury worry, and that is Richard Oruche. He picked up injury in the match against Mali. He fractured his left foot. So right now he's in POP. So he's not going to take part in today's match. But apart from that, the team is doing well. They had their training last night, and the coach kind of concentrated on the defense, because he said he noticed that in the match against Mali, they allowed the Malians to roam around the perimeter, and they were shooting, had three times shooting. That was why they ran away with the 14-4 scoreline in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they got back.
They had to adjust in the second, third, and fourth quarter, and they now overpowered the Malians. But also in that first quarter, they were not getting their shooting very well. So also yesterday they taught them how to be very accurate in shooting from every angle. So the Nigerians will see a different team today, because they are really warming up into the match now. And if you remember that most of them are having their first feel of national team and first time in Africa.
All right.
So
Okay.
I think that's why they were kind of jittery in the first game. But today will be different.
Okay, Patrick. I don't know if you've been able, while you're there in Abidjan, if you've been able to see Nigeria's opponents. They lost, of course, their first game. But what can you tell us about them? What kind of game should Nigerian fans expect?
Well, all of them have seen the games, matches here, and like the coach said, any team can beat any team. All the teams are really prepared. Even the teams like Central African Republic, who think is a very weak team, they have been losing just by very few margins, 8 points, 4 points. So that shows that every team is prepared for this competition. So the players, anytime they are not training, they are watching by their TV sets, watching the opponent. So they know what to expect, and they said they are not going to be underrated. They won't underrate any team, but they focus on each team. They take the game one after the other as they come.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, because you're there with the guys, what is the mood like? I mean, after your first game you win, you tend to be more relaxed, but the problem is that complacency might just set in. What is the mood? Are the guys relaxed? Are they focused on the game? I mean, what can you tell us at this moment?
Yes, the players are not really best up. Even when they were down, they're exuding some confidence. I don't know, maybe because most of them play in big clubs in Europe and America, and some in the NBA. So, but the confidence is high. The spirit is high. Anytime you see them, they're always singing, chatting, and kissing. So the pressure is not really on them now. But I think the coach really knows what is at stake. But he's telling them that, look, apart from winning the competition for the first time, we have the world tickets to pick. The World Cup tickets. So I think that is just the main thing here.
All right. Since you talked about the ticket, I'm going to ask you, because how far do you think this team can go? Do you see the D-Tigers picking one of the 3 tickets available?
Yes, I think so, because they are among the favorites here to pick the ticket. So, but if they qualify in the second round, we are likely to meet, if they top their group, we are likely to meet Central African Republic. I don't think that one should be a problem to them. But they are not going to underrate the team anyway. So, but from the calculations here, Nigeria will not meet Angola, which is the biggest threat here. They will meet Angola until they get to the final. Once you get to the final, automatically you'll pick the ticket.
Okay.
Or if you lose in the semi-final, then you have to play for third place. to be sure of getting a World Cup ticket. So I think they are favored to get a ticket here.
All right, Patugwe, that's how far we can take this morning. We want to thank you for your time, and hopefully when next we call on you, you'll be available to give us live updates from Abidjan.
Thank you very much, and Nigerians will continue to play for the team.
All right, thank you very much. That was Patrick Omorodion, Media Officer of the Nigeria Basketball Federation. Well, there's really not much we need to say. He has told us everything. We should just sit back, relax, expect
and see what the boys are going to offer us.
Expect a good game.
Exactly.
All right, let's move over now to football on the domestic scene. Well, some months back, there was some sort of a national embarrassment because of the bonus row, and of course a committee was set up to look at the remote and immediate causes of the problem, and of course that committee has submitted its report. We're not privy to some of the things that is there, but they've submitted the report. But of course, let's see some one media. I mean, in Nigeria, there's some people have insights into what has been said, so we'll give that to you this morning. We'll bring it to you. We're not, like I said, we're not privy to what has been said or the recommendations that have been made, but from a source, and that's MTN Football, we've been able to get some things that might likely be recommended. I hope that will come up on your screen shortly. Some of the things. There's been no press release actually, so
exactly.
Okay, that's it on your screen. You have there's going to be a code of conduct to be introduced. Let's just take it in a particular order. A code of conduct will be introduced. Coaches to get qualification bonuses henceforth, and no match bonuses, and of course no more cash payments for match bonuses. Draw bonuses should be abolished. Coaches to get qualification bonuses henceforth, no more match bonuses. Code of conduct to be introduced. We talked about all of these ones. NFF to announce match bonus at start of financial year. Cash bonuses to be discouraged for junior teams. Special pension funds to be opened for those players. These are some of the recommendations. MTNFootball.com reports that these are the, I don't know if they're privy to what is in that, but on paper, does this look good?
I think it should, because if like they said that at the beginning of each financial year, that the match bonuses, will be reviewed, that the players, should know that, okay, this is what they are going to get when they win a match. And like also what we've said from the report, saying that there's nothing like draw bonus anymore.
Should be abolished.
It should be abolished. So I think it's a good one, because for a long time, this is not just happening. It has been happening for a long time.
Over the years.
And this is what has been causing problems in our football, so and that's drawing us back.
I think the bottom line for this is that everybody will be on the same page.
Exactly.
You know what you're going to get. You know what is going to come to you. So you're not expecting this, and you're given that.
So that's what they are trying to do. And if this is being implemented, so I think it's now left for the players, because to decide if they are going to accept this or they are not going to accept it. Okay,
well, we'll just have to wait till everything is brought to the open. But as far as MTNFootball.com is concerned, that will be the recommendations, and from here we think is a good one. Well, let's step down a little, but still on the domestic scene now. Let's talk about the Federation Cup, 2013 Federation Cup, the results. Now we have the finalists, and we know the teams that will play in the finals. One of the games was not concluded on Wednesday, and the game, that's it on your screen. Aqua United lost to Warri Wolves, Gift Atulewa a penalty, and so Warri Wolves will be in the final. They will take on Eyimba of Aba, and of course that match will be played on September 15, and of course the venue, as you already know, Teslim Balogun Stadium, and it looks to be an interesting game. Warri Wolves, Enyimba, it has the makings of a very good final.
Exactly, that's why a lot of people, have predicted before the semi-final matches were played. And though the match between Warri and Aqua was not concluded
Due to heavy
downpour, and they came back yesterday, to complete it. And we saw how Warri Wolves, they fought back. They were losing that match, in the first leg that was played on Wednesday, but they came back into the match, and we saw the way they concluded it, wrap it up, due to the experience they have. So I think it's a good one for Wolves. And on September 15th, Enyimba Warri, I think it's going to be a cracker because it's just too close to call. Because if you look at these two teams on the NPL football league log, they are, having almost the same points, at the top 4. So it's going to be a good one come September 15th.
All right, let's move on the show this morning. Let's take a look at the papers, the headlines. Basically, let's see what we have. Talking about, I'll let you react to some of these things. Mikel has not played 2 games, and now this has returned, and you're having it. Galatasaray submits 2.4 billion naira bid for Mikel. You would expect that if you're a good player, you're sitting on the bench. Some clubs would, want to have you in their squad. Rizespo hands Obabuna number 2. Jesse Messi doubtful against Malaga. Carlo Uche demands mega deal. That's on page 7 of today's Soccer Star, the Friday edition. Panel indicts Keshi. But we have to say something here that nobody has seen the recommendation.
Yeah.
Well, some have indicted the coach for the role he played. During the bonus round. Well, let's move on now. From Soccer Star, we move to the next paper for review this morning, and of course that will be complete. That will be complete sports, and I'm very sure it's going to come up on your screen very soon. And a whole lot of interesting stories in today's complete sports. You have Gala Lodge, £10 million, Mikel bid. Turkey side moved to beat Napoli, Monaco to land Chelsea. But let me allow you react quickly. Is this laughable, or is something Mikel should consider?
I think for me this is laughable because Mikel, for me right now, when you talk about the best player right now in Africa, Mikel it is for me, and
highly rated.
He's highly rated, and if you see what he has done for the Chelsea team so far, ever since he have joined Chelsea, I think he still has a place in that Chelsea team. So I don't think he should just rush and make this move to Galatasaray compared to a Chelsea team, which is now far better than a Galatasaray team.
Okay, let's move on. We're pressed for time actually. Sporting Life. Adeni panel to FG, that's federal government. Keshi cost bonus row, bans cash payment of bonuses, payment now through banks, abolishes draw bonuses. We talked about all of this earlier. Introduces participation fees for all teams, coaches to be paid lump sum qualification bonuses. Well, no problem. If this will solve that, I will not have that kind of embarrassment we had the other time. I think we're good to go. Okay, other stories. Barca forever. Iniesta ready to pen new deal with Barcelona. Big Boss bows set to prune list to 23. A lot of us were surprised when we saw that list, but of course he has agreed to prune down the list to 23, and of course a whole lot other interesting stories. But you need to grab a copy of all the papers we've reviewed this morning to get the full gist of what is happening. Earlier we talked about the FIFA 2014 World Cup. FIFA and Brazil had been at loggerheads ever since Brazil has been announced as the host of the World Cup. But this time, let's listen to what FIFA is saying to their spokesman, the General Secretary, Jerome Valcke. Let's listen to what they have to say about Brazil's preparation for the World Cup.
Air transport during the World Cup, considering the need to discuss and to look at additional flights between the host cities, not to have to go all the way through either Sao Paulo or Rio, to look at maybe additional flights between Rio and the cities where match will be played on match days, and long story short, to ensure that we will have a smooth operations when it's about flying in Brazil during the World Cup.
Okay, that was Jerome Vark speaking about what he thinks Brazil needs to do. That's talking about transportation, air transportation. All right, let's. We're talking about the transfer deadline, transfer market, players moving here and there, transfer speculations, and some coaches have been affected by rumors of their players moving elsewhere. And one coach that really has something to say, he has a whole lot to do to keep a star player in his fold. That's Andres Villas-Boas, Tottenham manager, and he has interesting things to say about Gareth Bale.
Fortunately, I cannot give you further information to what is happening. I confirmed yesterday there was interest in the player. If something happens, everything is possible. So I'm not aware of all of the circumstances because of our involvement in the game. We are very quick doing the market. We have achieved great players because we were able to act quickly, and we hope to continue that way. So it's very difficult for me to speak about players that belong to other clubs and are part of my team.
All right, Tokes, we have to go, but I'm going to ask you a question. One-liner, will Bale go, will he stay?
I think with the way the things are now, the pictures right now on the wall, I think he's leaving because we heard that his jersey is being sold in Madrid and store right now. So
okay, well, that's Tokunbo's verdict. Bale will go, so we just have to wait and see. That's how we wrap things up on the show this morning. We really hope that you've had a nice time tuning into Channels Television. You can join us later tonight for a bigger and better package of the show. Join us again as we do this next week.